Yo, 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 what's happening, people? What's happening? I'm back. Welcome back to Neeks Sports. We are live with a match review of Arsenal at home to Everton. That was fun. That was fun. And I'm not talking about the football here. I'm definitely not talking about football. Because Arsenal got beaten 1-0 to Everton. But yeah, we'll get into that now. Yo, big up everyone in the chat. Get your comments in, get your thoughts on the game. I want your thoughts on the protest. But before we start, Kroenke out. Kroenke out. Each and every single time, every day of the week, Kroenke out. Kroenke out today, Kroenke out tomorrow. Even the players want Kroenke out. Look how bad they are. Look how bad they're playing. It's Kroenke out all day. So big up everyone apart from Stan and Josh Kroenke. Yeah, let me know what you thought of the game. That was by far one of the worst performances I've seen. Well, I say one of the worst. It weren't much better against Fulham last week, were we? So, um, cheers all. It's Friday night. 2-2 drink and that. Let's just have a drink because why not? It's Friday night. Arsenal have lost. Start the weekend as you mean to go on. Lose to Everton. Cool. Um, Listen, there's no doubt about it. Today's defeat was marked by a a gathering, shall we say, a protest outside the Emirates. Probably more than 1,000 fans gathered outside the Emirates. If you saw it, I'm sure you would have heard about it before tonight's game against Everton, against Stan Kroenke's role in essentially in the Super League, but his role as an owner of Arsenal in general. Listen, we announced on Sunday, of course, we all know that we one of the 12 founding members of the competition before we withdrew our application a couple of days later. And the reality is all the men outside the Emirates are protesting for Kroenke to get out, to Kroenke to leave the club. Those of you that were watching the game, you would have heard fireworks let off outside of the stadium just after we kicked off, just to make yourself heard, just to make ourselves heard on TV, as much as outside the stadium. And then as the game started to go on, the crowd started to disperse, probably to go and watch Arsenal lose. Obviously, we saw protests at Chelsea. We saw small protests at Leeds, and the expectation is that Manchester United are going to be protesting against Leeds this weekend as well. And we had an interesting tweet today. We had a very interesting tweet. I want to know what people think of this. Daniel Ek, the billionaire businessman and co-founder and CEO of Spotify, he sent out this tweet. He said, "As a kid growing up, I've cheered Arsenal. I've cheered for Arsenal as long as I can remember. If Kroenke would like to sell Arsenal, I'd be happy to throw my hat in the ring." Very, very interesting. Daniel Ek, as I said, billionaire businessman, co-found Spotify. I'm sure most of you lot give him some money each and every week, each and every month, should I say. He's just laid down his hat and said, "Listen, I'm a gooner. I want to buy the club. If you're selling, shout me, Kroenke. Shout me." And that'll be interesting. Now, listen, we've had owners promise us the world before, and there's no guarantees that anything will change. But the reality is, it's not. And people say, "No, we'll never get him out. We'll never get him out." We need to actually stand there and be honest and give our own opinion on it. Whether he goes or not is another matter. But we need to be out. There was times that I thought, why bother? Why bother say Kroenke out? Why bother vote for Kroenke to go? But actually, it's got to the stage now where he openly wanted to move us into a Super League, which only benefits himself. Looking at that football that we had today, that Super League don't benefit us. What are we getting there for? We're getting there for Kroenke's money. So that's the reality. As I said, Daniel Ek has thrown in his hat. He said he wants to be an owner of Arsenal. and we'll see. We'll see what Stan does. We'll see what Josh does. The likelihood is they won't sell up, but listen, voices have been heard, and Daniel X spoken up. There's always talks about Dangote as well, the Nigerian businessman. Will never really come into fruition, but you never know. You never know. Big up Moada in the chat saying big up to all the fans making their voice heard. Definitely big up to every single one of you that went. I couldn't make it there today due to work commitments. I couldn't be there, but big up everyone that made it there. Neeks was down there earlier on. Those of you that follow Neeks on Twitter would have seen his pictures and videos with the fans singing Glazers out, FSG out, Kroenke out. Maybe we won't get our voices heard separately, but maybe together we might be a thing. Man United fans are there in their green and their yellow, the old school Man United badge to protest against the Glazers. Today I saw some FSG signs as well. We need to come together in this as fans of clubs. Maybe our voices will be heard in that way. Because FSG don't really care with that statement that they put out against Liverpool. We had a meeting yesterday. I'm sure most of you saw the Josh Kroenke meeting with the fans forum, and it just looked like they made a decision based on their own greed. That's literally what he was basically saying. Big up Shane in the chat saying I heard that was mad. It was mad. Yeah, big news that about Daniel Ek. We'll see if it ever comes to fruition. We'll see if he even puts his money where his mouth is. You never know with these things. People love to talk the talk. We'll see what actually happens. Lords HD says to everyone who went there needs to get Kroenke and FSG and Glazers out. I guess that's a big up. I can't even. Oh, hands up, hands up. Oh, okay. To everyone who went there, yep, 100%. Kroenke out, FSG out, Glazers out. Gotta go. We need to come together. We need to stand together in this. And as Mola said, green and gold till the club is sold. Come on, they gotta go. They gotta go. And I'm standing with them. And you know what? Man United play Leeds. When is it? Sunday or tomorrow? I'm going to be standing with them when Liverpool play. Liverpool playing at home tomorrow, aren't they? Liverpool playing at home to Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle in the early kickoff. I'm standing with them. Standing with them tomorrow. FSG out, Kroenke out, Glazes out. We need to get our clubs back. Give us back some sort of ownership. Bring up the 51%. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll see. We'll see whatever actually happens. In the coming up weeks and months. But yes, there was a game, unfortunately, that went on today. Arsenal versus Everton at the Emirates. I mean, a shocker to say the least from us. We lost. We didn't play badly. Like we've played worse, and that's saying something because it wasn't great today. But we actually didn't do as bad as I thought we were going to do in the game. We just didn't create many goal scoring opportunities. However, there was one goal scoring opportunity that I would like to mention because something that was maybe brushed under the carpet a bit, especially during the game. I thought it wasn't really people didn't really speak about it as much. But that was the call that ruled out the Arsenal penalty, and I'm going to bring up an image of it on here because this is getting a bit ridiculous now. We're seeing too many stupid decisions happen against not just us but in general in the Premier League. I mean, what is that? Those of you that can see that, what is that? Genuinely, that is offside. I can't even see that as offside. You're telling me these lines can confirm that Pepe is there offside. And then he gets the ball. Then there's about nine touches, about 10 to 15 seconds go by before Sebastian's even fouled. Like, how much are we going back? Arteta said it in his post-match interview. If we get a corner from that and we score, it's a goal. But because we get a penalty, so Arsenal are offside, so Everton can just foul us, and that's okay. Yeah? It's just stupid. I mean, that's not an offside. I'm sorry, the second one last week was not an offside. It's just getting ridiculous now. It's getting absolutely ridiculous. This needs to stop. All of this bollocks VAR needs to just stop now, man. It's just getting ridiculous. Big up Harris in the chat. Man United protesters tomorrow at 3 p.m. Those who can attend, be there. Glazers out, Kroenke out, FSG out. Okay, sorry. I guess Man United are not playing at home this weekend. They got away to Leeds. So the protest is at 3 p.m. Is that at Old Trafford? Harris, let us know. Is that at Old Trafford? I'm letting as many people know as I can. Glazers out, Kroenke out, FSG out. As you said, it's time to get our clubs back. We need it. Shane says, how much would it take for the Kroenkes to sell Arsenal? What money wise? Wouldn't even be able to tell you a figure. Wouldn't be able to tell you a figure. I have no idea. Depends how much the greedy guys want to go for, want to sell the club for, really. Oh, Harris is there saying 2 to 2.5 billion. And how much is Daniel Eckworth? He's worth about 4 bill, is he? So I guess he can afford it, being the CEO of Spotify. Yes, Old Trafford. So Man United fans, Liverpool fans, Arsenal fans in and around the area, 3 p.m. tomorrow outside Old Trafford. Glazers out, Kroenke out, FSG out. We need to get these lot out of our clubs for sure, for sure. But yeah, on this decision, I mean, this is ridiculous. Can anyone even agree with this? Like, as a neutral, looking at that, what is that? That's offside. I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous if ever I've seen one. Then we get taken out, and then of course goes offside, and then we end up losing the game. Listen, Bern Leno is not to is to blame. That I'm not saying Bert Leno is not to blame in this. Bert Leno is 100% to blame, and I'm blaming him. It was a horrible mistake. He knows it. He's not made many that led to a goal. Is made a couple that led directly to a goal, but not too many. But that was a horrible mistake from Leno, and it's ultimately cost us the game. Xhaka can't be let off the hook though. It was horrible mistake from him as well. I guess horrible defending from him to allow Richarlison to just sneak through and score. That was horrible. Like, I know he's not a natural left back, and you might say that's what happens when you put a midfielder there, but like it was too easy. Even as a makeshift left back, it was too easy. You got to go goal side there and not let him do that. And if you do that, you got to get back and recover. Just said like Richarlison spun him, he got past him, and it was just horrible goalkeeping from Leno. Simple concentration, grab the ball. I think he's probably thinking too much about the counter attack already. Grab the ball and counter attack because that was awful. But the reality is, for me, we didn't create enough chances. Arteta said he thought we played well, but I mean, it was just horrible. It was hard to watch, and I could tell at half time. I said we ain't going to score in this game. We're not going to score in this game. We passed the ball nicely around, but without Laka, without Orba, there's no way we were going to score. Eddie just looked nowhere near scoring today. Pepe was all right. I mean, he got on the ball a bit, but nothing really come to any fruition from him. Bukayo Saka was trying a couple of efforts that comfortably saved, but he needed more around him. Smith-Rowe was a bit anonymous for me in today's game. Good to see Erdegaard come out, but I mean the rest of it was just woeful. I mean, Arsenal at home are terrible. Arsenal at home, I even hate to watch them. I hate to watch Arsenal at home. It's like they don't even want to be there. It's like most of the time they're just sitting there, passing the ball around left to right, back to front, and there's no energy, there's no enthusiasm, there's no desire, there's no will, there's no passion. Like, it's just diabolical. It really is. And I tell you what, Emery's gonna have a field day. Emery's gonna have an absolute field day when we play him on Thursday if we don't buck up our ideas and or play a striker. Playing Nketiah for me was a wrong decision today. Martinelli had to start up top. I don't know what Arteta was thinking with that decision. But before I go on, Kroenke out. Just gotta let you know, Kroenke out each and every time, as you can see, Kroenke out. But yeah, I don't know what Arteta was thinking about playing Nketiah ahead of Martinelli. I knew he was going to do it. I didn't have time to do a preview today, but I just knew he was going to go Nketiah, and it's just the wrong thing to do. You got to go with Martinelli. He's in form. Yes, Nketiah scored a tap in last week, but you got to go with Martinelli up top. Forget saving him for Thursday or whatever. But yeah, it'll be interesting now to see what he does on Thursday if we don't have Auburn and Lackabat. I got a feeling Auburn might come back by Thursday. Definitely, I can't see Lacazette coming back with a hamstring injury, but we can't go with that team on Thursday. And I'm even thinking, like, I don't know who Villarreal got wide. That Chuck Queasy guy is still there. He looks like a decent player, so I want Jacko in the middle. I'm fed up with him at left back. He doesn't even look comfortable there. He looks a bit like he wants to beat in the middle. And I just think we've got to just like soldier it, put Cedric there, and just soldier that position. And we go with Jacko in the middle, Jacko and Partey, and because nothing else is happening going forward. This Tierney injury is really killing us, man. It's really killing us. No Tierney, no Orba, no Laka, and we're falling apart. Falling apart. We actually did miss Jacko in the middle, I felt today. But Everton are awful. I'm not gonna lie, they didn't do anything really in the game. One chance that half that they scored from. One other decent save from Leno, and that was it all game. But they got the win. And listen, if you go to the likes of Emirates and you go and you get 3 points, that's you snatch your hand off for it. Carlo Ancelotti will be jumping with joy tonight. But listen, what was our XG? 0.82. Everton was 0.63. So I mean, it was set up for a 0-0. It was set up for a 0-0. And it should have really been a 0-0. Apart from that Lennon mistake, really it should have been 0-0 because nothing was happening. Pickford made a good save towards the end from Martinelli's shot. But too little, too late. Too little, too late. By then, the game's already done. As soon as they scored, we lost the game. We weren't coming back from that. And I'm just embarrassed right now to see us on the pitch. I can't wait for this Premier League season to be over. Prem's done for me now. Like done. Like we're in ninth place, just chilling. Europa League to come next week. I want to win that. Of course I do. But do I think we're going to win it? Not a chance. Not a chance. I do not believe we're going to win the Europa League for a second. Whether it's Villarreal or Man United or whoever, this team is just not good enough. It's just not good enough. Too many mistakes at the highest level. I just can't wait till the season to be done. Give me end of May, just end the season. Like awful. Absolutely awful. All the time. Um that was pretty much it really. Sigerson hit the bar from a free kick. And yeah, I just don't get how we didn't have a penalty. I think if we have a penalty, we win the game. I don't think we were really distracted by the protests outside. Just think we weren't good enough. Just think we weren't good enough. Sammy says Emery needs to take points off. I didn't know it was Barca Villarreal this weekend, is it? Okay. All right. So they got a big game then with Barca Villarreal. Did not know that at all. Sunday game. So they played 2 days after us. What's La Liga looking like for them? I know they're fifth. They're fifth, aren't they? Sorry, I'm being a bit rude here. I'm just looking at the La Liga table to see where they are. Not that it matters against us because whatever. Villarreal. Oh, seventh. Raw. This Villarreal seventh in the league. Damn, son. Didn't know it was that bad. Last time I checked, they were like fourth or fifth. I'm gonna share it with you lot now so you can see. But damn, son. Didn't know things were that bad. Did not know things were that bad. Probably can't even see them there, can you? So Villarreal are there, seventh place. Can't even highlight it, but you can see that they're 7th place, joint with Betis, and a point behind Sociedad, not getting Champions League at all. So their only way to get into Champions League is Europa as well. So Emery, like Mikel, in a similar position. Interesting to see. Interesting to see. Big up Wilson in the chat. Big up Wilson. I'm doing very, very well. Awful again. Yeah, Leno was horrible. Leno was absolutely terrible today. Didn't have a good game, whatever. I mean, yeah, things need to improve ASAP. Okay, Moedas, thoughts on Arteta? Right. I'm not calling for his head. I'm not calling for his head. I'll tell you that right now, as a fact. I'll tell you that. I'm not calling for his head. Has he got problems right now? Yes. Is he performing at his best level? No. Can he get more out of this team? Absolutely, because we've seen it. What we saw against Slavia Prague was some of the best football I've seen in about 2-3 years. Genuinely. Like since Wenger's good days, since like Sanchez and that. Some of the football was brilliant. However, that right there, what we just saw, Fulham last week, Liverpool was horrible. Liverpool was horrible. So that he gets that right, cool. But how often is he going to get that right? How often is he going to get that right? Now listen, if Arteta wins the Europa League, job done. Honestly, and we just go into next year with him, he earns the right to play in Champions League next year. If he doesn't, serious questions can be asked. I always said wait to the end of the season to make your decision, and I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to patiently wait. Do I think he's a good coach? Yes. Do I think he has an idea of what he wants to do? Yes. But can he execute it? Not a lot of the time. But how much passion do these players have to really go out and win the game? We saw it under Emery, not that much, and we're seeing the same things now happen under Arteta. So some of these players need to have a look at themselves because they're just playing way below par. I include Leno in that after today's performance as well, by the way. Wilson says Kroenke has done absolutely nothing and has shown no passion or ambition to Arsenal whatsoever. No wonder we're shambles right now. Listen, Kroenke doesn't care about us. Kroenke doesn't care about the football that we play. He probably doesn't even know that we played football today. Knowing that guy, he doesn't know we played football today at all. So he doesn't care if we win, lose, or draw. He doesn't care if we get 3 points. He doesn't care if we lose the game. All he looks at the end of his month is his bank account. He looks at his bank account and he goes, yeah, good night's work tonight, lads. Well done. Thank you very much. That's why he wants to join in the flipping Super League. That's why he wants a Super League. That's all he cares about. Money, money, money. All the time. Money, money, money. That's all he cares about. He's a greedy guy. He just wants Arsenal to win. Not Arsenal to win. He wants his money to win. And that's all he cares about. It's all he cares about. Wilson said he thinks Arteta's on thin ice. Yeah, it could be. Listen, he could very well be. But who makes the decision? Vinay, Edu, Kroenke? Each and every time, VX, each and every time, Kroenke out. Get him out of this club. Get him out of this club. It's time for him to go. It's time for him to go. Shocking. Shocking. Leno was shocking. I've got nothing else to say about him than that, really. Poor performance today. Wilson's going mad. Wilson's going mad. Rightly so. I agree with every single word you say, bro. Every single word you say. Get out of the club. Get out of the club now. We do not need you here. Get out of the club. You're wasting your time. We don't want you. Sell up and go. Take your money. There you go. Adam Lana says, Kroenke didn't buy Arsenal to win trophies. I think that was a quote from how many years ago? Years and years ago he said that. He doesn't want to win trophies. He doesn't want to win trophies. Be excited, he told us. Be excited about what? This rubbish? He's a greedy owner. He cares about himself. He wants more and more money. He thinks that Arsenal is just there to take advantage of. He doesn't even put his own money really into the club. It's all just money we've made from ourselves, from sales from players, from the fans, from the stadium receipts. Like all of that stuff is all our own money. Josh said he's going to invest in the squad this year. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. I really will. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think Pepe was that bad. I thought Eddie would come off, but I thought he'd take off Smith-Rowe. I thought Smith-Rowe was anonymous all game, personally. I like Smith-Rowe. I do like him, but I just felt today he just didn't have a good game. I would have left Pepe on, but I think he struggled at times on the left. But he did have Coleman on toast a couple of times. He got a couple of crosses in. Obviously, he got taken out for one of the fouls. Obviously, just offside for one of the goals. So I thought he had a good game. Yeah, Partey. What I'd say about Partey, he wasn't effective. He didn't really do anything to affect the game in a positive way. I don't think he had a bad game. I don't think he just did much, if that makes sense. Maybe that makes it a bad game. Danny Lynch, big up. By the way, guys, those of you that are in chat, please make sure you smash that like button for me. And if you're new around here, hit subscribe to Neeks Sports for more match reviews. Yeah, and more podcasts, more Champions League reviews, Europa League reviews. Smash that like button, subscribe to Neeks Sports. And yeah, big up yourself for tuning in. Danny says owners need to take a football history test before they buy a club. Show that they actually have passion for the sport and the club and understand what it means to run the club for the fans. Well, this is the problem, right? If Kroenke sells the club, he's just going to sell it to whoever offers him the most money. What can we do about it? As fans, what can we do? If he just sells it to someone else who doesn't care about the club either and just wants to make money, what can we do? Really? This is probably where the 51% comes in. Or the 50+1, I think it's called. The 50+1, where decisions can't be made without a vote from the fans. The fans always have a say and always hold a percentage of the club. Listen, financially, is it the best solution? No. But is it a way for fans to speak up and have a say? Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. So I'm all aboard for the 50+1. All aboard for it. Kroenke doesn't give a damn about anybody else but himself. It's literally down to money, money, money. That's what he's here for. Kroenke's a businessman. Don't forget that. He's a businessman and he always wants to make money. Always wants to make money. That's all he cares about. Greed, himself. Get out of my club. Kroenke out. Glazers out. FSG out. Start making these noises, man. Adam Lana says, I personally don't think Kroenke or the Glazers will leave. The values of the two clubs has skyrocketed since they bought the club in the mid-2000s. Yeah, but it's time for us to start making noise now. It's time for us to start making noise. I can't, as I said at the start of the stream, I've been here for so long, ignoring it. Like people been saying Kroenke out for years, and I just been mentioned it, but really just not believing it. Now, I believe in the voice. After what happened with the Super League, making them do a U-turn. And I agree, it's not just the fans. Media made a sound of that as well. But the more and more we talk, the more likely it is something's going to happen. Big up Ian Wright. Talking to things today. He went on the Premier League. He was on the Premier League panel today, saying, "I stand by what I said earlier on in the week. Kroenke's got to go." So each and every time, get him out the club. Get him out the club. What has Kroenke done for Arsenal? Absolutely nothing. There you go. You've answered it yourself. You've answered it yourself. Kroenke's done nothing. He's done nothing to help the club. He's done nothing to support the club. He is greedy. He cares about himself. He just wants to make money off us. He wants to make money off us. That's all he wants to do. Make the money roll in. But as Josh said, they ain't getting anywhere, apparently. Danny Lynch, now is the best time, the best chance the fans will ever get to make the owners pay attention. Exactly. That's exactly right. We got momentum now. We've got a massive reason to. We've got a massive reason to make noise after after what happened last week with the Super League. So let's do it. Let's make as much noise as we possibly can, and get these men out of the club. Why stop now? Like, let's get louder than we were on tonight. Let's make more and more noise, and let's get these damn owners out of the club. They think because we're not in a stadium, they can do what they want. No, sorry, and they better just listen. I cannot wait till game week 37 and the fans go back in. They're gonna receive it. They're gonna wish they never let fans back in that ground because we are gonna go ham further than I've ever seen us go ham before. You lot thought Wenger out was massive. Kroenke out everywhere, each and every time. These guys think they can double or triple the club's current revenues valuation until they do that. I doubt that would sell. Yeah, potentially, but I don't care. I'm still screaming it out. Kroenke out. Get out of my club. Get out of my club. Yeah, I want to speak about Ray Parlour actually. I forgot about this. Good you mentioned that, Wilson. Um, Ray Parlour didn't want to talk to things today. He wanted to talk about Arsenal Fan TV. He wanted to talk about clicks. He wanted to talk about YouTube. He didn't want to talk about Kroenke. Robbie's right. Talking absolute rubbish. Like Robbie wants Arsenal to win. I know. I've spoken to Robbie. I've known him personally. We've done work with him before, with Neeks Sports. He doesn't want Arsenal to lose. He wants Arsenal to win every single time. Does Arsenal Fan TV get more views when they lose? Absolutely yes. Does Talksport Radio have more listeners when a big club loses? Absolutely yes. Does Talksport have more videos trending when there's more of a ranty fan? Absolutely yes. So what Ray Parlour was saying speaks the same for his own station. We know that you want to gauge fan for clicks. That video was done so Talksport can get more clicks on it, and it did. Maybe that's what you wanted, and maybe it worked. But listen, Ray Parlour's just out of touch, right? He like I love Ray, and I still think some of the stuff he does for the club is good, but like he just seems so protective of the owners, and like that didn't really sit well with me, really. Like talk the things about the owners, forget talking about Robbie and Arsenal Fan TV, just focus on the owners. Kroenke out each and every time. As Wilson said, the fans need to maintain momentum, and keep on going, keep kicking his ass. Get him at the club. Get him at the club. Adam says Ray Parlour's a donut. Did the same thing. Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember he tried it on Robbie before. He tried it on Robbie before. Robbie shut him down, and he's gone back again. The same content as well, the same thing, saying the same things. But I'm glad that the YouTube community, the fans, the fans on Twitter, like had his back, and say, nah, allow it. You can't do this, Talksport. We won't let you run with that. So yeah, I hope more of that happens as well. I hope more of that happens as well. Wilson says AFTV is a channel that provides a platform for the fans to express their opinions. 100%, 100%. And that's what we do here at Neeks Sports as well. Like we just want fans to be honest. express their opinions. Let us know what you guys think. And that's all Robbie's ever done for Arsenal Fan TV. I've been on there many a times before when we were at the stadium and had good conversation with Robbie. He wants the best for the club. It's just Ray Parlour spewing these nonsense. Kroenke's is out of touch with Arsenal fans. We need to be real. Yeah, of course. Out of touch. He doesn't even know who we are. He said that in that interview, Josh Kroenke, with the fans forum, that he thought he was doing the best thing for the fans. Brother, have you even spoken to any of the fans? No one wants this. So he's just chatting so much rubbish. I ain't got time for that guy. Yeah, Rio Ferdinand threw his 2 pence in, said what he had to say against Ray Parlour. And big up Rio for doing that as well. He didn't need to, but he did. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, big up yourself, Rio, for that. Club of Arsenal side should not be ninth. It's embarrassing, not good enough. Yeah, I completely agree. But do these men actually care? I feel like they don't even care about the Premier League anymore. I feel like their heads so focused on trying to win the Europa League. I just don't think they care, personally. And that's not good, by the way. That's not a good thing. Josh Kroenke says he has no intention of selling. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, he mentioned that in his interview. He doesn't want to sell, but we better give him a reason to. Let him know that we don't want him here, and we'll get him out of the club. You know, get him out. I just don't want to see his face anywhere near this club. But listen, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for joining me. Smash that like button on your way out. Hit subscribe to Neeks Sports if you're new around here. And check out our other videos. We've got Neeks, I'm sure, will be on this weekend after the Man United game and before, talking about the protest there. So make sure you check out his reviews and previews. And then, yeah, we move on to Thursday for Arsenal. Villarreal, one of the biggest games of our season, comes up this Wednesday. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you all for all the comments. As I said, smash that like button for me. Subscribe to Neeks Sports. Follow us on all social media at Neeks Sports on the Twitter and the Instagram. And we will see you all very, very soon. Big up. Enjoy your weekend. Kroenke out.